Hey, what's up, everybody? Pat here, gratefully recovering alcoholic and addict, just like every day. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe, leave the video a like, drop me a comment, and by all means, share with anybody you think might get something out of it. Other than that, how we all doing, guys? God, busy day. Yeah, you know what? I'm so glad that I took most of Monday and then most of yesterday off to rest after injuring my eye. Although my eye felt much better half the way through the day yesterday on today. Yeah, the calls, like it's amazing, guys. I look at the way things work, and right as I was getting to the point where I really needed a break, yeah, I should have taken one last week. I didn't. So what happens? Boom, I get a small injury, little warning to slow down, take a couple of days to relax, and my phone was fairly quiet. And then today, boom, ringing off the hook. I get work for the next just foreseeable future. Two new customers today. One of which I had to go back to his house because somebody, a friend of mine called and let me know this gentleman has a sister who's sick with stage 4 cancer in bed, and they had no heat. I'm like, say no more. I'll be right there. Hell of a nice guy. Went over, found it was a bad gas valve, got the gas valve lit up, and left. Called me back, and there was some issues, not with the gas valve, but further heating issues that we didn't see because it just fired up. And the guy feel, I feel so bad asking to come back out. And I'm like, no, dude, this is what we do. Like, there's people sick in the house, there's people's lives at stake, it's heating system. So I went back out and I purged the thing out, and I went the extra mile. The guy was so happy. Tried to pay me a second bill, and I'm like, absolutely not. You just paid me for the first bill, and I'm happy to see this through. So he gave me $100 tip as I was walking up the door. Like, life is good today, guys, and just further lets me know that I'm holding up my end of the partnership that I make. You know, when I pray every day with God, I ask Him to help me stay sober, and help me to live a recovery lifestyle to the best of my ability. And I see constantly that I'm holding my end of the bargain up by the results I see in my everyday life. And the Recovery Partnership is the title of the reading today, guys. It's the Just for Today NA meditation reading. I really, really like this one, like I do most days. And let's go with it. The Recovery Partnership. As long as I take it easy and make a commitment with my higher power to do the best I can, I know I will be taken care of today. Many of us feel that our fundamental commitment in recovery is to a higher power. Knowing that we lack the power to stay clean and find recovery on our own, we enter into a partnership with a power greater than we are. We make a commitment to live in the care of our higher power, and in return, our higher power guides us. This partnership is vital to staying clean. Making it through the early days of recovery often feels like the hardest things we've ever done. But the strength of our commitment to recovery and the power of God's care is sufficient to carry us through just for today. Our part in this partnership is to do the very best we can each day, showing up for life and doing what's put in front of us. Applying the principles of recovery to the best of our ability, we promise to do the best we can. Not to fake it, not to pretend to be superhuman, but simply to do the footwork of recovery. In fulfilling our part of the recovery partnership, we experience the care our higher power has provided for us. And the affirmation is, just for today, I will honor my commitment to a partnership with my higher power in recovery. Guys, that is a very simple yet very profound reading. And if you don't get it, look it up online, or play the video back. That's literally the totality of what I do every day. And again, people are constantly blown away. Like 3 times this week, I got to speak with new people about my recovery, whether it was a triage nurse, whether it was a doctor, whether it was somebody from my Riverside Recovery Group checking up because they saw I was released from the hospital. And every time I do, they're just absolutely blown away by the totality of everything I do for my recovery. And I tell them honestly, I'm like, it's just simply making a commitment and then doing things to the best of my ability. And I'm starting to see that my abilities are pretty good when I turn them over and I follow God's guidance. Left on my own, faith without works is dead. In other words, a beautiful skill set and all the ability in the world does you absolutely no good if you don't have guidance and direction and know where to set it, right? And that's literally the story of my life. I'm reaping the benefits of the skills and the guidance that I'm receiving today. In my former life, I did the same work every day. Went to basically, I wasn't working for myself, but I did here and there over the years. But I was completely stuck in a quagmire, just spinning circles in a treadmill, stacking losses. I couldn't put anything together because it was my self will run riot. It was my insecurities. It was my fear run lifestyle. And the fact that I was constantly medicated so that I was a fraction of what I am at a sober level. Make no mistakes about it, guys. You can fool yourself all you want. I see so many people I used to work with and people I know. And guys, I have nothing against marijuana. I think it's a great natural medicine. For me, I have to be sober, and I'm appreciating being sober. But people that I've worked with that sit there and get high all day and swear it makes them a better worker are taking 10 times longer to get something done. They're learning the same things over and over again, and I used to be guilty of it. Part of the reason I go so far so fast today is because I'm actually remembering the lessons I've learned and applying the experience that I have because I'm able to use the clarity I have to apply it today. Remembering it and applying it. Boom, like two of the most powerful things. I it's shocking how fast I'm moving forward, how fast my company's growing, how fast other people are recommending me to other people so that I get new customers constantly. And it is simply because I apply these principles. I take the best version of me and I put it to bear everywhere I go. Again, not perfectly. I make mistakes, I fall short, I get frustrated, I get, pissed off in traffic at times. There is still room for improvement, but that's the beauty of it. As I get up every day and I make a commitment to God to enter and uphold my half of the partnership, I trust fully that He's obviously God, is going to maintain His, and that's why I'm progressing because I'm getting proper guidance today. And then I go to meetings constantly and I share with others, and they learn from me and I learn from them, and I inspire them and they inspire me, so we all walk out of there better people for it, with more tools in our pocket to get it through a bad day when we have a bad day. Just a couple hours ago, as I was leaving that job, I had a sneaking intuition that there was still something else going on with the boiler, but it was working. Customers seemed happy, and I'm like, but no. And I told him, I said, listen, you've got my phone number. If anything comes up, by all means, call me. I had barely walked in. This is like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so my day should be over, right? I barely walked back in, and it's the other side of Medford, but by Malden, traffic's a nightmare. I barely walk in the door, and the guy's like, listen, I don't want you to come back out. Is there something I can do? And I'm like, honestly, I'm not going to walk you through playing with something you're not comfortable playing with. There's just too much at stake. And then all of a sudden, a carbon monoxide detector goes off in the background, and I said, listen, shut it down. I'm on my way. And I went back there, and sure enough, there was just a bunch of stuff that got knocked loose that burnt off, but I did the right thing, and because I did, I took the extra mile and I explained the situation to him and I showed him what I was doing, and I've got a customer for life. This is a really cool guy. He just produced I got to look. He gave me he's producing a movie on the mob history of Boston because he grew up in all that, and he's got a TV show that's out on Reels right now called Bloody Boston, which I want to check out. And anybody else wants to check out. This is a guy that could possibly do something for me down the road. And again, it's not why I do it. I learned this all after. I did it because he's a new customer. I treat all my customers that way. And I made a special effort to get over there today because I heard he's got a sister who's in bed with cancer and they had no heat. And I can't in good conscience leave somebody like that. That's what I mean by bringing the best version of me to bear. And because I do, I just made a ton of money and I got a nice tip on the way out. And I made a good friend who I know is going to recommend me to a bunch of other people. I let him know I was in recovery, that I have a YouTube channel. He wanted a link for that, so he's going to help promote guys, when you uphold your half of the partnership with your higher power is going to uphold his too. And the more you bring, the more areas you apply it in, and the more you do to bring that best version of yourself to bear, the more your higher power is going to put you in the right places to not only get what you need, but then to start getting what you want. I have everything I need. Within reason. There's always going to be needs, and Anyway, I'm amazingly, constantly in awe and full of gratitude for the life that I'm leading today, because I have so much less stress knowing that I have a higher power at work in my life. I know I don't have to make all the big decisions. All I have to do is show up every day, do the absolute best that I can, and keep it in the day. And yes, I'm making plans for the future, and I'm making things based on the fact that I trust fully that I have a future. But my focus is on the moment, now, because all my power is right here. When I start worrying about yesterday, I miss opportunities that are in front of me today. When I start dreading tomorrow, I don't take proper action today. That then becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy because I overlook something I need to be responsible for today, and that puts tomorrow at jeopardy. But if I keep everything just today in the moment and do the best that I can, always be available for another struggling addict, treat my customers the best I can, do work right, don't cut corners, don't think something halfway done is okay. There was a bunch of stuff I was doing on the board today. Guys, like, he wanted to pay me for it. I'm like, dude, you're a new customer. I saw some things that concern me. Well, it's fired up, right? No, I see some things here that concern me. I want to make sure you're going to be safe. And the guy loved me for it. And that's why my business expands. It's not any one action, but it's because I make those actions my baseline. I uphold my half of the partnership, and that's all I've got to do. That has allowed me to free up so much energy to learn. And here's the other thing, guys. Part of my half of the partnership is taking my inventory at the end of the day to see what I liked that I did, what I didn't, what I could do better. And that way I know tomorrow getting up, boom, I'm starting from a better spot because now I've learned something today. It's one thing to observe it, but it's a whole step further when you acknowledge it, you talk about it, you analyze it. And I'm not saying get stuck get stuck in analyzing so much that you're afraid to move. Absolutely not. Action is huge. Faith without works is dead. Like it is everything contingent upon balance. Keeping a balance in my life. The last 2 days, taking it easy and relaxing and getting myself rested. Boom, I step in today and my phone's ringing off the hook, getting new customers, getting new opportunities, getting bigger jobs. It's amazing today. It's mind-boggling how well these things go. And if I hadn't rested the last couple of days, then I might slip and get another. I might blow myself up, or I might break another mirror. Like I had 3 things happen last week that let me know, okay, you're pushing too hard. Take a step back, because when I take a step back and I keep balance, and I sleep well and I eat well and I give myself plenty of time to rest, I'm not stressed. I don't allow things to rush me around. But when I start taking on too much, I do these things, and that's how I know, because all of a sudden things like I'm the best driver in the world. When I smash my mirror on the side of a trash truck, it's because I'm not paying attention. I'm letting myself get run around worrying about too many people tugging at me. I just have to let them know I'm only human. I can only do so much. I'll get there as soon as I can. And if I have to put you off because this is not an emergency, because I do respond to emergencies, you have to respect that, because when you have an emergency, I'll do the same for you with other people. And I do that today. I don't pick and choose. Like, I have certain contracts that I have to fulfill, but then I take everything on as either an emergency or as scheduled basis, and I just do the best I can. And when I'm done at the end of the day, whatever I didn't get done can be done tomorrow. Like, I don't let everything in the world be an emergency. I handle emergencies with emergency care, but not everything is an emergency like I used to think in the old days, because every little thing had to be done because I needed every little thing. No, I'm in abundance today. That's scarcity mindset. That's lack mindset. I'm abundant today. I could literally not work for the next 3 years and have enough money in the account right now to cover me. But obviously I wouldn't do that because I'm stacking and trying to build a house. But I'm abundant today. I don't worry. I don't worry about somebody giving me a deposit or this or what I make. Like, literally, there's days I go out and I don't write a bill all day. And that's okay, because it means I'm just doing a bigger job. And, like, I don't worry about that today. At the end of the week, I take a total. At the end of the month, I look at the total and see how much I've saved. And every time I'm shocked by the abundance in my life today. The abundance of people in my recovery community, the abundance of communication I have with my family, the abundance of strength I have, the abundance of clarity I have, just the abundance of love I have today. And it's beautiful. But it didn't get there overnight. It's been a series of just for today's. And that's how you get it done, guys. So you don't get overwhelmed. You don't get analysis paralysis. You get up every day and you start your day in prayer. Meditate either morning or night, whatever's convenient for you. I don't care when, middle of the day, whatever your schedule is. But you just take things one step at a time and do the best you can. Not worrying about the outcome within reason. Some things you have to worry about the outcome if it's your safety or anything. But just trust fully that if you do the best you can, but you have to do it, guys. That's the thing. This is an action program. And I used to sit around and talk recovery and then not walk recovery. And I never got recovery. Today I walk it, I talk it, I make all my actions be about what I speak about. And the rewards that I receive are my proof that I'm doing the right thing. I'm sure I could do better, I could do faster. But you know what? As I've said from day one, God will increase the expansion rate at the rate that He knows I can handle it. And because, boom, because I've let that go, I've gone 10 times further, 100 times faster than I ever dreamed possible. Because I give somebody the opportunity to guide me that has the answers that I don't have. Like, your higher power is the most crucial thing in recovery. You have to have the willingness. You have to make you got to uphold your partnership. You got to have faith that He's going to uphold His half. You've got to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. Like, you got to just do the best you can with what you have in every moment, and trust fully that you're going to be taken care of. It may not show up in the way that you want it, the way that you expect it, what you think it's supposed to be. Because, again, trust fully that God knows better for you than you could possibly know for yourself. And He's going to provide the right thing in the right time. And He's going to get you to where you need to be. And if you just do uphold your half of the partnership, just do the best you can with what you have in the moment. But you got to take the action, guys. You can't fake it. You can't take on, you can't feel like you owe the world everything and you have to do everything. You got to find your balance, do the best you can, do one thing at a time, see it through, be thorough, be introspective, be positive, be grateful, be kind, be compassionate. Like, I know it seems like I'm listing out a lot, but they all go hand in hand. And when you do them truly and to the best of your ability, your life will change for the better. Maybe not overnight. Like I said the other day, these promises are being fulfilled among us. Sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. But they will always materialize if we do the work. Do the work. Reap the rewards. Guys, that's the video for today. Thank you so much for being here with me. Always remember, God loves you. I love you. We'll see you in the next one.